Underway at the 2011 finals, Harrex Hurricanes into their final lap, and chasing them down is the Fonterra team, and Fonterra doing the business. Our second qualifiers through to the quarterfinals. Here's the team's area. Flags and colour everywhere. It's great to see. Another couple of hundred riders lining up today. Finance now. This is one of our debut teams off for their first effort.
Notice the holders, they're very careful getting off as well. They don't want to stand on the tape there.
And at the other end coming will be the Jocks of Hazard.
Hooked up to the timing.
From Media Works.
Come on through.
Here's Fonterra. Got an early lead over the Southland Times. Time Magicians.
The Time Magicians. Starting to put some real pressure on, but at the
Here they come. Eagles and Red Path, the Soaring Eagles.
Getting nice and tight as they get at the number 4.
Their second ride, and here's number 4 RD. First round of Division 2. Here's Powernet to the line. Half a lap to go. Powernet. Preston Russell looks like they're going to take the win here. The Division 2 plate. Yes, Preston Russell get it job. He's the first of our Div 1 quarters. Top qualifiers, the Police 5-0s. Looking pretty good. And up against them's SBS Bank, who've been one of the real comers this year. They always finish strongly. Here's the all-comers record. Aaron Crickleton, Roger Nicholas, Gary Smith and Mike Watt. Lunchtime.
So they are away.
Trying to break the record, which is 1:12. Cycling Southland, and my legs still hurt. We did a 1:19. The Masters women did a 1:23. And here come the Vital Signs team. Aaron pulls up, Rog takes over. Pretty sharp time, did a 21-second opening lap. Here's Big Rog, gold medalist at the Track Nationals. Can they break 1:12? Gary Smith takes over. They're looking pretty good. 38 seconds through the halfway point. Gary Smith and Mike White. They've got to really try and bring it home here now if they can try and break 1:12. Smith up, Mike White takes over. 55 seconds.
1 lap to go. They're looking for support from the crowd.
He needs to do a 17-second last lap to break the record. Here he comes, Michael White. Crowd getting in behind him, trying to beat 1:12. He comes to the line. 1:12, 3:06, just outside. And here's Kate Dunleavy, Colin Horton, Peter Bulling, and Tom Beadle.
Onto the wheel. He'll make sure he does. He doesn't want to get a bit of stick from the rest of the team, but she's really starting to wind it on up here now. Left a bit of a gap on the rest of the team here as they come round. This could be a real.
So let's see what these guys can do.
As they go through,
Dunleavy, up she goes, Horton takes over.
So they're changing over.
They've done it, and they're only just inside the time that Aaron Crickleton laid down for Vital Signs.
On the front at the moment here, it's very tight, 0.043 second difference.
Nothing in this.
Still leading at the moment is Horton.
Vital Signs still ahead, Bulling takes over.
New Zealand representative Peter Bulling.
So they're half a second down at the moment, and it's down to Bulling and Beadle to try and bring it home. They're going to have to make up about a second over this last 500 metres if they're to beat the YMCA's time. Bulling and Beadle. Pete's done it. Pete pretty much pulled that second back, and now it's down to Beadle. What can he come up with? They've got to try and beat 1:12.068. Here he comes, Tom Beadle to the line, fights his way up, and they've done it. A 1:10.140. 1:10.140. A new all-comers record for Dunleavy, Horton, Bulling and Beadle. Here's the Powernet Cyclotrons up against the Southland Times, Time Magicians, trying to make the final of the consolation plate. Vernon hands off to Houghton, and the Southland Times come through. So they're through to the final of the plate.
1:22.468 versus 1.
And have a look at that colour of all of the flags and all of the teams in the team area. That's what today's been all about. Great to see. Semi-finalists in Division 1. There's the Police 5-0s.
The police are looking at some pretty good form. Southland District Council.
And at the other end of the velodrome come the Southland District Council recyclists. And they're in a little bit of trouble early because, as you can see, police are already through and they've hunted them down already. So the police come in and grab it. They kept going, they actually caught the Southland District Council. Got a wee bit hairy at times there. But the police through the first of our finalists. Second semi-final. Who will join the police in the grand final? The Calder Stewart Roofing Rebels or the Jackson Plumbing Flying Plums. Calder Stewart come to the halfway point. They've got it by about a second. Jackson Plumbing need to finish strongly here, and they are starting to come back into it. 1.2 seconds the difference now as they come in with one to go. Out of the seat and away they go. Still a second. Calder Stewart hanging on. Jackson Plumbing coming back at them. 0.6 of a second the difference. Here come Jackson Plumbing. Calder Stewart to the line. And the Roofing Rebels go through. So Calder Stewart go through. Division 2 consolation plate final. Off go the radio network. It's the spoken word against the written words. The classic hitters against the Southland Times Time Magicians and the consolation plate. Last lap. Classic hitters trying to pull back the lead. Wayne McEwen v Sam Muir. They're up by a couple of seconds though, the Southland Times. And it's going to be the Time Magicians. So the Southland Times take it. The consolation plate in Division 2 goes the way of the Time Magicians. Here's the Division 1 consolation plate final. H.W. Richardson Group in front at the moment. From WHK, Janet Copeland Law. And here they come to finish things off. Richardson riders are going to take it out. So the consolation plate in Division 1 goes the way of the Richardson riders. A 1:18.864, and they've done it by about 4.5 seconds from WHK. Another plate final, finance now. This is pretty much the ride-off for 5th and 6th. McIntyre Dick. Not much in this one. She just hundredths of a second. Finance now against McIntyre Dick. McIntyre Dick hanging on. Can they do it? Oh, nothing in it. Here's the plate final. BNZ up against the police, get next. Last lap. BNZ getting in front of him. But there's absolutely nothing in it. BNZ trying to pull it home. Looks like they've got their noses in front now. And yes, BNZ have got him. Bank of New Zealand do the business with a 1:17.615. Your plate winners are the Bank of New Zealand and Div 1. Special plate final, Opus International in control, taking on the AWS legal team. Here comes AWS through, 1 lap to go. And you can see already, and here comes Opus. And they've done the job. Confirming a top 7 finish, a 1:19.702 for Opus International, and AWS a 1:24. Here we go, nothing in it. Preston Russell in the front straight, up against the South Road slipstreamers. Absolutely nothing in it.
I'll be able to do it. That was so close.
Oh, this is anybody's race. Here comes Preston Russell. Oh, she tried and pick that one. Unbelievable.
Don't look
And it's still running. Oh, it could be going to the computer system here. Nothing in it.
What a finish between those two.
It's a
South Roads and Preston Russell.